What's going on, everyone? Tony Ivanov here, lead trader and founder of TradeBuddy, and today I'm going to go over exactly how I made $1,640 today trading IHT. It's the only trade I took today. Sorry I didn't make a video lesson yesterday, but I was working on transferring over to TD Ameritrade from E-Trade because I've been having way too many problems with E-Trade, and I just cannot afford it anymore. They have cost me thousands of dollars, and I've spent thousands of dollars on commissions with them, but apparently they're too large of a company to really care about my individual needs and problems. So I've decided to move, and I'm going over with TD Ameritrade for now. Eventually, I am going to move into Lightspeed, but I cannot open up an account there yet. They need like 2 years of the proof that you have been consistent. So I need to develop my brokerage statements a bit. But I'm definitely consistent now, but that just started around a year ago. So still need some more time until they can accept me. We'll see how that goes though. So you can see there's my profit today, $1,640 on IHT. Gonna break down that trade. But first, if you didn't know, I have a free Facebook group. It's called the TradeBuddy Community. You can join this completely for free. All I ask is that you answer 2 easy questions just so I can make sure that you're not a bot or a spammer. And then you can get right in. There's a whole ton of members in here who will give you tips and tricks and best practices of becoming better day traders and just traders in general. So make sure you check out the group. There's a lot of great information. The link is down below. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into this video lesson, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright everyone, so we're going to go over today's trade today. I took one trade on IHT. Had a very nice morning spike. This was not on our watch list, but it did pop up on our low float movers scanner on Trade Ideas. Just as a recap for anyone who is not familiar with this screen, these two charts right here is E-Trade. So this is E-Trade Pro. You can get E-Trade Pro by opening up an account with E-Trade, and then I believe when you first start out, it's $90 a month, but then once you place 15 trades in one quarter, which is very easy to do, it becomes free. I reached that threshold my first week of trading, or the first month of trading, and I've never had to pay for it since. Just a quick update though for anyone looking into E-Trade. They just started charging for the level 2. I believe it's $19 a month or something like that. That was never there before, and I know other brokers like TD Ameritrade do not charge for that, so you might want to consider moving over to TD Ameritrade anyways. I have personally moved over to TD Ameritrade for now, so I've taken all my funds out of E-Trade, but just because I'm so used to the charting platform, and just because it's such a great platform too, I'm still using their platform to do my charting and technical analysis and stuff like that. And this window over here is Trade Ideas. So Trade Ideas is a subscription as a service. It's $99 a month, I think, but it's well worth it. This is one of the reasons why I made $1,600 today. So it definitely pays for itself and more. You can see here's IHT first popping up on the low float movers at 6:31:53 a.m. That's 9:31 market time. Since I am in California, I do have to wake up pretty early to trade, but that's just fine. You can see it just ripped here out of the market open. The first minute was, dead, but then it just popped up and squeezed. And this went into a circuit breaker halt. So I was watching this as soon as it popped up, and I did not want to get into it on this first 1 minute pullback just because I wasn't too confident in the overall market. We haven't been seeing such great morning spikes out of the first minute. Recently, I've been liking just waiting to see what stock develops and then doing a nice dip buy off of a known support. That's been working really well for me. But you can see that breakout did work really well, and what you could have done for this trade is just, once you saw this 1 minute pullback here, you could have used, say, like 210 as your risk. The bottom of this 1 minute candle, so you'd get in like at 215 using 210 as risk, and then your reward is over high day. So the main reason you would get into this trade is because you're expecting it to squeeze on up through high day. So you would just take profits as it goes up. You can you can have your own system for taking profits there. I don't need to teach you that. Squeezed up to $3 just about, got halted. So once it got halted, I knew that it was going to be on people's watch. And then this opened up out of the halt and dipped down. Had a very, very volatile minute out of the halt. It dipped down to 276. And I saw it hold there really nicely. And I saw the VWAP was right there as well. So I kept watching this for a bit. And then as it kept on holding this level at 275, I decided that, you know what, this looks very strong. Nothing else is really moving up. So let's take a trade on this. So I got into this one. Let me see where my average was. So here's my alert from the TradeBuddy chat room where I alerted my buy on IHT. 6:44 a.m. I said IHT dip buy off of the 275 support, looking for a high of day breakout. So I got filled on that. Let me look at my orders at 280, 276, and 288. So what happened on this trade is that I originally was just planning on buying 2,000 shares total, but apparently my orders were set to 2,000 shares per button. So each time I pressed, I thought I was buying 1,000, but each press was 2,000. So I eventually loaded up on 4,000 shares, which I did not anticipate. But I didn't let it panic me out. I still stuck to the plan and let it do its thing. Had very nice consolidation here. You can see this obvious trend line holding it on up. We squeezed on up. We retested the high of day. So I said, okay, I'm gonna lock some in. I'm up a very nice amount. So I locked in half, sold half at 349. I really wanted this to squeeze through high of day and, you know, into the fours. It definitely looked like it could do that. So I held on for a bit more, but once I saw these 3 long top wicks, I got a bit, anxious. And once I saw the signs of this breaking on down, I hopped back out of it and I sold the rest at 317. So, like, I believe the point that I sold was the break of VWAP. Yeah, it was right here, 651. So that's where I sold. And then I was all out of it. We did hold this trend line, and then we made a lower high. So that made me think that, okay, this is probably going to come on down. Looked like a head and shoulders. Cracked that trend line, and then now is downtrending all day. So there was IHT. And that was really all I traded this morning. I really had nothing else to trade. It was pretty much a choppy morning all day. Look at BLNK real fast. BLNK had, once again, a very nice pre-market spike. We've been seeing these happen over and over again. So I'm going to start waking up early in the pre-market to catch on to these trades because these are some obvious patterns. You can see a very clear rising wedge area here. What you would do is simply identify this level of support off of the $6 mark. And once you see this higher low, you can say, okay, nice higher low holding the 20 EMA. So one thing I want to touch on people who have issues with understanding where to set your risk and where to have your profit target. I always set my risk on either one, a previous level of resistance, which is now support, or two, on the break of a study that I have been using and know to be a good indicator. So in this instance, I would have probably used the 20 EMA. So the break of the 20 EMA, or even the break of $6 would be even better. I would say the break of $6 would be my risk. So I would try to get in on this dip as low as I can. Say I got in at 615. Okay, risking 15 cents a share. Now what's my potential for profit? We know BLNK has history of running really hard. So you can see this past price action. This was actually reaching an all-time high breakout. Well, not all-time high. This recent consolidation here. Just some backstory if you don't know. BLNK spiked up because it had partnership news with Whole Foods, aka Amazon. So that's why this big spike happened on the 7th. And ever since then, it's basically been running on that basic news. So the breakout of the 645 area is a breakout on this news. So you're eyeing that 645 level. So you know, okay, if I'm risking 15 cents a share down to $6, then my potential for profit is at least 645. That's what your plan is. But of course, if it breaks over 645 and squeezes on higher, then of course you can make more. So what you would do is you would get in at 615, set your risk at $6. So if it does break $6, you get out no matter what. But if it goes up, you take partial profits up at 645 and you're making 30 cents a share. So automatically you're risking 15 and you're aiming for 30. That's automatically a 2-to-1 risk reward, and that's profitable. But you also have the breakout to hold on to the rest of your shares. So usually what I do is I identify the levels of support and resistance first, and I identify where my risk is first. That's the most important thing. If I do not know where my risk is, then I am not getting into the trade. Knowing where your risk is and accepting the risk is the most important thing in trading. I cannot stress that enough. You have to accept the risk that you're taking on once you place that trade. So right when I bought this stock, I knew, okay, I have a risk of losing 15 cents per share. I'm not saying I bought the stock, but hypothetically, if I buy this stock, I know automatically that I could lose 15 cents per share. So say I'm using 1,000 shares. Okay, if I buy the stock, I know I could lose 150 bucks. I get that out of my mind and I'm not worried about it. But my potential profit is at least 300 bucks and a lot more if we get the breakout that I am expecting. So that's how you get that win, and that's how you plan your trades. The main thing I've been stressing over and over again, guys, is that you are never going to know if a trade works until it works. So if you try to get into a trade only at points where you're certain that it's going to be profitable, and once it is not profitable, you cut that loss because you're scared, then you will not be a consistently profitable day trader. You have to accept the risk. Not every trade is going to be a winner, and that is okay. You think the casinos, they care about the next hand of blackjack being a winner or loser? No, they don't care about this. They don't care about the specific order. They just know that over a year, over 1,000 blackjack games, the casino will win 600 of them. So they're winning more than not. So they know that over time they're profitable, but they do not know the order in which they will win. And you have to treat trading the same exact way. We do not know the order of our winners and losers, but we do know that over time, if we have a consistently profitable edge and we incorporate that edge into our trading and trade based only on that edge and let it play out, then over time, over enough trades, you will be profitable. So those are my lessons for today, guys. Key things to remember from this lesson is that always plan your entries based off of levels of resistance and support, and more importantly, base your risk levels off of known areas of resistance, which are now support, or if you want to use a technical indicator, you can use that too. What I like to do is, kind of a combination of all three. So just as a quick example, if I know the 20 EMA is at 610, but we have this nice big round number of $6, then I would just use the break of the $6 instead, because we could easily break the 20 EMA, but then bounce off of that nice support at $6. So I don't want to get stopped out too soon, but I'm still willing to have that risk at 15 cents per share, because that's well within my means of being profitable. So those are my lessons for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and leave a subscription so you don't miss the next video. I make these lessons basically every single day, so make sure you come back for more. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, leave them down below. I read every single comment and I'll do my best to respond to all of them. I'm sorry, there's a lot of comments sometimes, but trust me, I do read them all. And last but not least, if you are interested in this type of learning, I do have a lifetime mentorship program where you can watch me trade live every single morning for life. You can get lifetime access to my Penny Stock Mastery Mentorship course and lifetime access to the Trade Buddy community chat room. All the links are down below. Checking them all out. If you have any questions, send me an email, tony@tonyivanov.com, and I'll be happy to help you. Once again, thank you all so much, and I hope you guys have a great day.